Have you ever wondered why? No matter how healthy you try to eat, you still feel tired, bloated, and struggle to lose weight? What if I told you the real culprit could be something hiding in plain sight? Something that seems harmless but is silently damaging your body every single day. I'm talking about sugar. Not just the sugar in your candy bars or soft drinks. I mean, the hidden sugars in your healthy cereals, yogurts, dressings, and even in those so-called low-fat snacks. Today, we're going to expose the shocking truth about sugar and what it's really doing to your body, your brain, and your long-term health. Sugar is everywhere, and I don't just mean in desserts. It's laced into bread, sauces, energy bars, smoothies, even foods labeled as organic or natural. The average American consumes over 17 teaspoons of added sugar per day. That's almost triple the recommended amount. You might think, but I don't eat sweets that often. That's what most people believe. The truth is, manufacturers have mastered the art of hiding sugar under more than 60 different names, like malt dextrose, rice syrup, and evaporated cane juice, making it nearly impossible to avoid unless you're paying close attention. So, what happens inside your body when you consume sugar regularly, even in small amounts? First, sugar triggers a release of dopamine in your brain, the same neurotransmitter that makes you feel good when you fall in love or win a game. That's why sugar is so addictive. Your brain craves more, and over time, you build a tolerance, needing more to get the same effect. This pattern can quickly spiral out of control, leading to binge eating, mood swings, and even depression when your dopamine crashes. But it doesn't stop there. Excess sugar also spikes your insulin levels. Insulin is the hormone that helps your cells absorb glucose for energy. When you constantly flood your system with sugar, your body becomes resistant to insulin. This leads to more insulin production, a dangerous cycle that can eventually result in prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. And that's just the beginning. One of sugar's most silent but devastating effects is inflammation. Chronic inflammation is like a slow-burning fire in your body, damaging tissues, aging your cells, and increasing your risk of nearly every major disease: heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, and more. And guess what? Sugar is one of the most powerful inflammation triggers we consume daily without even realizing it. Have you noticed stubborn belly fat that just won't go away, no matter how much you exercise? That could be a sign your liver is overloaded with sugar, specifically fructose, which is metabolized in the liver. When the liver receives too much sugar, it converts the excess into fat. Over time, this can lead to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition that now affects up to 25% of adults worldwide and is directly linked to sugar consumption. Let's talk about energy. You might think sugar gives you a boost, and it does, but only temporarily. After that short burst of energy, your blood sugar crashes, leaving you more tired than before. That's why people often feel exhausted a couple of hours after a sugary snack. Over time, these energy crashes can affect your productivity, your focus, and even your mental health. And speaking of mental health, the link between sugar and brain function is deeper than most people realize. Studies show that high sugar intake is associated with impaired memory, reduced learning ability, and even an increased risk of developing mood disorders like anxiety and depression. Your brain needs steady, reliable fuel, not roller coaster spikes from sugar highs followed by deep crashes. Let's pause and look at what sugar is doing to your skin. Yes, your skin. Sugar breaks down collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep your skin firm, smooth, and youthful. This process, called glycation, leads to wrinkles, sagging, and dullness. So if you're spending money on skincare but still eating sugar, you're working against yourself from the inside out. Now, you might be thinking, but fruit has sugar too. Should I stop eating fruit? Great question. The answer is no. Not all sugar is created equal. The sugar found in whole fruits is packed with fiber, vitamins, antioxidants, and water, which slow down its absorption and reduce its impact on your blood sugar. It's the added, processed sugars, the kind injected into packaged foods, that wreak havoc on your body. But here's where it gets even more concerning. Sugar doesn't just affect your body, it can literally rewire your brain. Studies using brain scans have shown that sugar activates the same reward centers as drugs like cocaine. Over time, this alters your brain's chemistry and makes it harder to feel satisfied with healthier foods. That's why you may find broccoli boring after a lifetime of eating sugary snacks. It's not your fault. Your brain has been hijacked. Even your gut microbiome, The community of bacteria in your digestive system suffers when you eat too much sugar. Sugar feeds the bad bacteria and yeast, leading to imbalances that can cause bloating, constipation, cravings, and even immune system problems. A healthy gut is the foundation of overall health, and sugar is one of its greatest enemies. Now, let's connect the dots to sleep. Many people struggle with falling asleep or staying asleep, and sugar may be a hidden cause. It disrupts your circadian rhythm, spikes your cortisol levels, and interferes with melatonin, the hormone that helps you wind down at night. If you're waking up tired every day, your nighttime sugar intake could be the reason. Let's talk about children. Kids are consuming more sugar than ever before, and it's affecting their development in frightening ways. From hyperactivity and difficulty concentrating to increased risk of obesity and type 2 diabetes, sugar is harming the next generation. And it starts early, with cereals, flavored yogurts, fruit juices, and even baby formulas loaded with added sugars. You may have heard the term empty calories, and sugar is the perfect example. It provides no nutrients, no fiber, no protein, just energy that your body stores as fat if it's not burned right away. When your diet is full of sugary foods, you crowd out room for nutrient-dense options like vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, leading to deficiencies that affect every part of your body, from your bones to your brain. Sugar also impacts your hormones. For women, this can mean worsened PMS symptoms, irregular cycles, and even fertility issues. For men, sugar is linked to lower testosterone levels and increased estrogen. Your hormonal balance is fragile, and sugar throws it off in more ways than we often realize. And we can't forget about your immune system. A high sugar diet weakens your body's ability to fight off viruses and bacteria. Just one sugary drink can suppress your immune response for hours. That means you're more vulnerable to illness, slower to recover, and more likely to experience chronic inflammation, the root of many autoimmune diseases. So now you might be asking, if sugar is this harmful, why is it still in everything? The answer is simple. Money. Sugar makes food taste better, extends shelf life, and keeps you coming back for more. For food companies, it's a gold mine. For your health, it's a ticking time bomb. But here's the good news. You can take control. Awareness is the first step. Start by reading labels. Look for hidden sugars and learn their many disguises. Swap sugary snacks for whole foods. Add more fiber, protein, and healthy fats to your meals to reduce cravings. And don't try to cut sugar overnight. That can lead to withdrawal. Instead, reduce it gradually and replace it with real nourishment. In the next part of this video, we'll walk you through exactly how to detox from sugar, how to reset your taste buds, and what foods can actually repair the damage sugar has done to your body. The transformation is real, and it starts with knowledge. Let's go even deeper into the rabbit hole of sugar and what it's secretly doing to your body. When you eat sugar, especially in high amounts, it doesn't just give you a quick energy spike. It sets off a cascade of hormonal responses. Your pancreas jumps into action, releasing insulin to help shuttle glucose into your cells. But over time, if you keep flooding your bloodstream with sugar, your cells stop responding properly. This is called insulin resistance, and it's the gateway to type 2 diabetes. But that's just the beginning. Sugar creates chronic inflammation in the body. This kind of low-grade, persistent inflammation has been linked to a variety of serious health problems: heart disease, stroke, autoimmune disorders, and even certain cancers. And the worst part, you don't feel it until the damage has already started. Now, let's talk about your brain. Sugar impacts your brain in a way eerily similar to addictive drugs. When you consume sugar, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. The more sugar you eat, the more your brain craves it, needing higher doses to get the same reward. That's why you can eat an entire bag of cookies and still want more. It's not about willpower. It's a chemical dependency. And what about your liver? When you consume too much fructose, the type of sugar found in many processed foods and soft drinks, it overwhelms your liver. Unlike glucose, fructose is processed almost entirely in the liver, and when there's too much, it gets converted into fat. This leads to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, which is becoming increasingly common, even in children. Speaking of children, sugar has been quietly shaping our next generation's health in terrifying ways. Childhood obesity rates have skyrocketed. Kids are developing insulin resistance and even type 2 diabetes at younger and younger ages. And many of the snacks marketed as healthy for kids, granola bars, flavored yogurts, fruit juices, are loaded with added sugars. You might be thinking, but I don't eat candy or drink soda. Unfortunately, sugar hides in places you'd never expect: bread, pasta sauce, salad dressings, breakfast cereals. Even so-called health foods like protein bars and smoothies can contain more sugar than a can of soda. Food companies are masters of disguise, using over 60 different names for sugar on ingredient labels to keep you from noticing. Here's another hidden truth: sugar affects your skin. Consuming too much sugar can cause glycation, a process where sugar molecules attach to proteins and fats in your body, forming harmful compounds called AGEs, advanced glycation end products. These accelerate skin aging, leading to wrinkles, sagging, and dullness. So if you've been investing in anti-aging creams, but still eating a sugar-heavy diet, you might be sabotaging your own efforts. Now let's talk about your immune system. High sugar intake has been shown to suppress the immune system for several hours after consumption. It reduces the effectiveness of white blood cells, your body's defense system, leaving you more vulnerable to infections and illness. In times where immunity is everything, sugar is quietly disarming your natural defenses. It even affects your gut. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, some good, some harmful. Sugar feeds the bad bacteria and yeast, like Candida, throwing your gut microbiome out of balance. This imbalance has been linked to everything from bloating and digestive issues to anxiety, depression, and weakened immunity. Still think sugar is harmless? Excess sugar also affects your hormones, particularly leptin, the hormone that tells you when you're full. When your leptin signaling is disrupted, your brain doesn't get the memo that you've eaten enough, so you keep eating. That's how sugar tricks you into overeating without even realizing it. And let's not forget how sugar drains your energy. After the initial sugar high, you crash. Your blood sugar plummets, leaving you feeling tired, foggy, irritable, and craving more sugar. It's a vicious cycle, a biochemical roller coaster that robs you of consistent energy and mental clarity. Now, let's talk about how to break free. The first step is awareness. Start reading ingredient labels. Look for hidden sugars, anything ending in O's, like sucrose, glucose, fructose, for names like malt syrup, corn sweetener, agave, nectar, and fruit juice concentrate. Next, crowd out the sugar with real, whole foods. Focus on vegetables, healthy fats, clean protein, and low glycemic fruits like berries. These foods nourish your body, stabilize your blood sugar, and help reduce cravings. Also, stay hydrated. Sometimes, what feels like a sugar craving is actually dehydration in disguise. And here's something powerful. Start your morning with a high-protein, low-sugar meal. This can dramatically reduce sugar cravings for the rest of the day and help regulate your energy levels. But remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even small changes can lead to big results. Replacing your afternoon soda with sparkling water and lemon. Swapping out sugary cereal for eggs or oatmeal. Choosing fresh fruit instead of candy. These little decisions add up. You don't have to go cold turkey. But once you start reducing sugar, your taste buds change. Foods you used to find bland suddenly taste sweet. Your cravings fade. Your energy returns. Your focus sharpens. Your body begins to heal. And now, let me ask you this. Have you ever tried cutting back on sugar before? What did you notice? Or are you just now realizing how deeply sugar might be affecting your health? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Drop a comment below and tell me where you're at in your journey. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button. It helps more people see this message. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. We've got more powerful, science-based health truths coming your way. Ones that could literally change your life. Thank you for watching. And remember, your body wasn't designed to be at war with food. It's designed to thrive. Let's reclaim that together. If you found this information helpful, please don't forget to like the video. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts or experiences with sugar. And subscribe to our channel for more empowering content just like this. Your support helps us reach more people who are seeking better health and a more vibrant life. And remember, if you're ready to take control of your nutrition and reboot your health in a delicious and natural way, click the link in the description to discover a proven solution that's helping thousands transform their bodies and their lives. We'll see you in the next video. Stay well and thrive naturally.